Hello and welcome back to Kaiserreich. We have some political power now to spend, which I will finally use to change us from civilian economy to early mobilization. And for the national focus, I think we are going to go with the Kaiser Wilhelm Society, because it does put us down these paths, which will be beneficial for research, especially electronics. On our electronics research right now, we have... Yeah, we're not like... We're still a fair bit away, but having that 100% bonus once we get close will either let us rush that so that we get the research speed for everything else, or at least if we need to rush something else, we can then later, you know, choose to go for this one afterwards. Anyways, I'm going to unpause. So I've done some designing of, well, I've designed a couple of like naval, like a couple of ships and stuff. I've designed some, these are going to be reassigned automatically to, actually no, they're not. Oh my god. So something's, wait. Hold on. U-260 class, let's see. Go outdated. I think I need to fix something here because, oh my god, there's so many designs here. The U-260 class here. Yeah, it's not set to, or this old U-260 is apparently not set to Raider. So it's not actually going to reinforce automatically into the fleets we've set up. So the automatic fleet composition stuff uses these symbols to, or these indicators to like pull ships from the reserve and put them into the fleet. So because those were set to this, they didn't actually get sent into the fleets. So these guys, we have a bunch of really outdated ships here that aren't going to actually be sent to the our Raider fleet. So I think we're going to take these and we're going to create another Raider fleet. And we are going, well, not a fleet per se, we're going to create another squadron, which we will then put under... Yeah, these got all sort of messed up, the submarine squadrons here. We're going to put them under there and have them assigned here, because the area they're fighting in here is not like they don't need a huge amount of range, and these guys aren't going to have the greatest range either. You can see here, compared to these guys. Because they're quite outdated, and they're not going to reinforce either, so we're just going to use them, and if they get shot down, they get shot down. Such is the way of things. Yeah, I need to pause again. There's a lot of things happening now because our industry is going to kick into high gear. You can see the fuel gain per oil is going to change by 20% here, or sorry, 15%, and fuel capacity is going to increase by 25%, as well as all these construction speeds and stuff. So a lot of stuff is going to happen very quickly. Also, again, excuse my voice, I'm still kind of not completely healthy, I guess. But I am, I'm recording because I've run out of the backlog, so... kind of have to, I guess. On Gerben, let's see, you guys are gonna go to... Let's set them to the 4th Army. Every now and then I just have to pan over to the Mexicans and make sure that everything is all right. So I did talk about how I was going to do the reorganization of Africa. So let me just actually pull up those comments right now and see what they're saying. Because I remember we were going to, I think, occupy the northern African areas like Tunisia, Algeria, and all those. and we're going to give some to Middle Africa. I'm not sure if we want to keep something on the western coast. We'll have to look at the resources there, but I don't think there's a lot to like take there. Let's see. So, first of all, we need to ask Morocco to give us their territory here. Let's take Tunisia, Algeria. And I guess we'll take the Sahara as well. What's Iran? Because we're not taking this, because this is theirs. And let's unpause and see what happens. Oh, they refused. There must be something here that they have claims on. Maybe we'll let them have the southern territories and the Sahara, maybe. I remember there was talk of, let's see, can we look at the, we can't look at like cores and stuff like in EU4, but there was talk of releasing like a Maghrebian nation, in the north. Not sure if we can, I hope we can. Oh, we've got some battles here that didn't go too well. Well, I mean, a convoy for a submarine, that submarine is, I think the production cost of a submarine is higher than the convoy. Convoy is 70, and yeah, the submarines are gonna be way higher. So that was not a loss. We might just have taken a lot of damage, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, 3 convoys there. Minachi Koga. Koga class are... I think I've heard of Koga class. There's a Congo class, which is like a Japanese battleship, isn't it? Or battle cruiser. And then there's, I think there's Koga class as well. Ships. Kongo, I believe, it is named after a mountain in Japan. Not the actual, like, Congo in Africa. Congo with a K. Yep, Ghost Fleet, they don't even have a commander anymore. We don't need to do that anymore here. There's been, like, there hasn't even been an attempt at destroying anything of note here. Let's see, so the covering fleet here, the reserve fleet, where are they assigned to? They're not assigned to anywhere right now, and they're repairing, so how about we assign them to... I don't see a lot of places that have, like... Oh. Venezuela took territory from the West Indies Union and from... Can't even see. Like, I guess the nation stopped existing, maybe? And that's why that happened? I'm not quite sure. Let's see if we can ask them again. Does not control enough occupied territory to want to give any away. Oof, okay. And they think we'll have an unfair share of occupied territory. That's unfortunate. Well, I guess we'll handle this stuff then first. Actually, before we do that, I'm gonna check. Yeah, we're gonna give all of this to Middle Africa. This is the way the colonial administration works now, so we shouldn't have any colonies at all over here. Send. There we go. That purple? That's an interesting, interesting choice of camouflage color, I guess. Might be like designed for night bombing, I'm not sure. There was a song that I thought was Turkish earlier, but was pointed out was Indian in the comments. I hope this isn't going to be another one of those, but this does sound kind of Turkish, or of that general region. Or actually, no, I actually don't know. It does sound like it's from this area at least. I mean, if you know, please do point out in the comments. I mean, I say these things because I don't know, and I would like to know. This is going about as well as I would expect it to. Any war here in this region of Asia is just absolutely terrible to fight. What does side lift do? I just 10 extra deck size. I mean, it's good, but I think we're gonna do the munitions and stuff because they have relatively short research time and relatively high impact, because they get applied to existing designs essentially, because it's just like a battle modifier. In fact, I'm gonna expand this harbor here just to help with the supply situation. And this is gonna be a problem. Because he can move into there and try to, well, he can move into there and straight up just encircle him. And so can him. Or so can he. Yeah, the territory here is so awkward to work with. I like the terrain. In fact, we are gonna need more troops here, I think. These 2 corps are not enough to hold all this. This army isn't gonna do anything in here, over here, because They have way too many troops stationed over there. Unless... Can't even find it. Where is it? Oh, there we go. The landing craft, we can have 40 for naval invasion capacity, so we could try to... Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have all of these assigned to a single invasion army. Got 6 attack, and he has 3, and his traits are... Those only count for straight up infantry divisions, so these are marine divisions. I'm not quite sure which one is going to be best. That gives plus 30% attack for all of them. I'm going to put them all into this one. And after that we'll reform the third army, and we're going to put all of you on that plan. Fire it when ready, which it already was because they had spent some time planning. Kind of weird how you can just assign new divisions to an existing plan and the plan still works. I'm not sure if I like that as like a feature. Because if you suddenly triple the size of like the invasion of Normandy, you're going to need triple the amount of logistics and, triple the amount of logistical planning into all that stuff. Just would not work. Oh, hold on. And let's start building the heavy fighter, even though we won't be utilizing it just yet. This music just keeps going and I'm not complaining. It's very, very good. Oh yeah, we were going to do this. I forgot. We're going to upgrade our light tanks, just because we won't be... we won't actually be researching new tanks for a little while. And let's scale down the production, because we don't need a lot of them anymore. We have 1,400, that's way more than we'll probably ever need over the course of the entire war. Of light tanks, that is. Once we get into the later parts of the war, we're going to want a lot of medium tanks, especially once we reach America. That is if we... Oh, there we go. That is if we decide that that's what we're going to do. That's the one we're going to actually start upgrading. But we are going to research this and start a production line though, because it is faster to have an existing production line that's efficient and then change it than to create an entirely new one, I believe. And it also gives us some old equipment to work with if we or to have like in reserve. Which is quite good. Oh yeah, this who could have seen this one coming? Let's halt any advance. And there's plenty of stuff over here. We're gonna send these guys to help hold. It's just going to be a recurring theme for this playthrough of me losing all of my marine divisions. Right, we're going to do Han and Meitner. And then afterwards we're going to do the electronics one, because we can, at this moment, research nuclear or atomic research, which does increase our research speed. And afterwards, we can research this one, and start, or we can do the focus for this one and then do the research, because we'll have it boosted by 100%. And this one does take a long time anyways. And once the atomic research one is done, we're going to start building atomic reactors. Look at the radar coverage. This is quite decent. We do want something over here in the east, though. And I think we want something here as well. And let's see here. Yeah, we've got decent radar coverage now. Still a bit sad that you can't build radars in the territories of your vassals, because I would like to build some radars in Madagascar and some over here in German East Asia, as well as I suppose some on the British Isles. Let's do a quick check of most of the countries to see if any of the leaders and stuff have changed. And that one, yeah, that one would have changed because of the puppet status under Austria. Illyria. And we have the Serbian Republic, some Austrian territory just there, a little exclave. Ahmed Zogu of Albania. Albania, always the most sinister of the European flags. And a Greek man, social liberals, so they have, yeah, that's a Greek republic, or Greek like democracy going on there. At least I assume it is. He's not wearing a uniform, which often lends me to believe it's a democracy, but then again, Adolf Friedrich is not wearing a uniform either, and neither is Daniel. Everything else here seems the same. Denmark is, yeah, Christian the 10th, the same. Henry Wallace of the Pacific States. Excuse me, what? Henry visited India and became acquainted with Theosophy, a Hinduist school of thought popular in Russia that draws elements from Christian anarchism and socialism. These teachings ultimately alienated him from mainstream socialism and pushed him into the Farmer Labor Party when he returned. Wallace portrays himself above all else as a pragmatic economist and an agricultural expert capable of the agrarian reform America needs. Well done, that's certainly a unique backstory. Wonder when Jack Reed kicks the bucket, or if he does even. This guy looks like it looks like he belongs in David Lynch's Dune, from his uniform. Hat Lord here. This picture has an interesting history. I don't remember it, so I can't tell you about it, but if you Google this man's name, you'll actually find the picture, I believe. It's just like, I think a person went on a tour and took pictures in like the early 1900s, and I think he insisted on having his picture taken or something. Like a nobleman or something went on like a tour, taking pictures of various places. This song is so good. For some reason, it reminds me of it reminds me of like Miyazaki films. A lot, actually. So like Porco Rosso or Kiki's Delivery Service or something, Spirited Away. Por una cabeza. I'm gonna write that down. Oh my god. Oh, this is a disaster. Okay, let's see. We need to send everyone we have. And I mean everyone. Down south. It does not matter if we hold this, if we don't have a port. Sorry, I bumped my table there. Alright, let's see. Free civilian factories. Keep building military factories until we have all of this built or sort of filled up all the way down to the heavy fighters. We're going to keep building. We are going to start the Donnerslag. These still aren't fixed. Look at this stuff. Oh my god. If they had submarines operating over here, it would be a massacre. Even worse than anything we're seeing right now. I'm gonna chance this and try to push up this way towards Sitwe. Alright, apologies for that. Once again, I had something to attend to, so I'm going to edit and splice the videos together. But, so, we had the fall of New Orleans. Syndicate militias have been pushing towards the city of New Orleans, which is the city where Huey Long, the leader of the American Union state, is actually based. It would be the capital of the American Union state, I suppose. And Huey Long's current whereabouts are unknown, but it is believed he was rapidly evacuated to the countryside. Disturbing news report that Union representatives and Minutemen are being lynched by mobs in the street, and that the city has been thoroughly sacked, with fire spreading throughout town areas. This is the end, or is this the end of the reactionary uprising in America? Well, we are fast approaching the end of the video, so I'm going to do casualty reports real quick. Let's see here. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see the most of the map. And let's see here. Current wars, and let's go to the... We had 3 wars we were in, but let's go to the one... Oh, yeah, let's show summary of all wars. This is incorrect, I think. Or at least, let me see. Oh, that is actually the most up-to-date one. 4.7 on that side, and for, well, actually they're all, yeah, they all show the same thing because it's going to show us 2 wars. Well, we have lost almost 500,000. That's an increase since last time. At least, I mean, now we have manpower to spend, so that would make sense. Middle Africa 100,000. French Kingdom 400k. Germany East Asia 321k. Kingdom of Ukraine still bearing a large portion of the casualties. The Soviet Republic 172k since the entry of in the war. And the people's, oh sorry, the Qing, 547,000 since their entry into the war last episode. Whoa. Surely the Chinese can't run out of run out of men. Oh, they're volunteer only, okay. And on our enemy side, so let's see, our total casualties are 3 million now that the Chinese are in, and the total casualties on the enemy side 5 million. Siam 440,000. How are they doing for manpower? Still good. They're inextensive. The Burmese 130,000. Japan 1.7 million. Extensive, but they're still doing well. Fengshan about to be overwhelmed, it seems. They're doing poorly. They might not have political power to change the conscription law. Portuguese 200,000, Canada 500,000. I think they're still doing well. They're doing okay. And Brazil, they should have more manpower to play with. Oh yeah, definitely. And the Australasian Confederation. India, I mean, there's no doubt they have more manpower. Yeah, they've got some more to play with. They're not going to run out in the near future. Well, that brings us to the end of the video. So, thank you for watching. And before I go, I'm going to just pimp my Twitter, which is in the description down below. If you ever see a lack of a video, like when you expect a video to go up, or if you're interested in what's going on, you should follow me there, because every time there's something changes the schedule, or if, you know, like recently my voice sort of starts cutting out, I'll tweet and let you know what's going on. I put up a tweet about maybe not posting a video today, but I'm going to be posting this video later today. And also I put up a tweet, or in the same tweet I mentioned how Game of Thrones is taking a back seat until my voice gets back. So when my voice is on, you know, fully back, I'll be recording Game of Thrones as well. But for now, I'm going to be focusing on getting these videos out, because this is the longest series and the one I think most people are interested in. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.